Yeah?
And I saw these zebra footprints in my backyard. So now I'm hunting zebra. I want to see if I can find them.
Katie.
See, look.
Yeah, I see them.
Zebra.
Well,
Zebra.
you know we live in...
Don't those look like zebra footprints?
I think they might look like deer footprints. You know, we don't...
I haven't really seen any zebra around here.
Yeah, we don't really have zebra in this part of the world.
Oh, man.
But these look like deer footprints.
Oh, wow. How can you tell?
Well, all animals have different footprints. They all look different when they step, when they walk. And so if you know what you're looking for, you can tell what kind of animal has been in that location.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Isn't that really cool?
Yeah.
Do you want to learn more about footprints, though?
I do, but I gotta go get my cowboy hat on.
Okay.
Okay. Ta-da!
There you go. Now we're ready to go find footprints.
All right, let's go.
Okay. So the first thing I thought we could talk about is, did you know that the Bible talks about animal footprints?
No, where?
Sure does. So, you know, do you remember the story of David and Goliath?
Yes, but I don't remember any animal footprints in the story of David and Goliath.
Well, let me show you where they were. It's found in 1 Samuel 17:37.
Oh, right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. 1 Samuel 17:37. Do you want to read it? You want me to read it?
Oh, I can read it. Oh,
Okay.
let's see. It says, 17:37. The Lord saved me from the paw of a lion. He saved me from the paw of a bear, and he'll save me from the powerful hand of the Philistine too. Saul said to David, "Go, and may the Lord be with you." Wow. I never really noticed that before.
Yeah, so in the story of David and Goliath, David knows that God is going to be with him to fight Goliath because God has been with him to save him from the paw of the bear and the paw of the lion.
I'm assuming they were still attached to the bear and the lion.
They were, yeah. So let me show you another one. This one is about footprints too, and this one is also, David wrote it. It's in the Psalms.
Wow. David really liked footprints.
He did. Okay, this one's in Psalm 77:19.
Okay, Psalm 77, 19. Okay, it says, "Your path led through the Red Sea. You walked through the mighty waters, but your footprints were not seen." Whoa! So it talks about how God was there with them, but they didn't see his footprints.
Right.
Yeah.
So you might remember that when God was leading the children of Israel, he led them as a pillar of fire at night or a cloud during the day.
Yeah.
Yep. You could see evidence of God, but not his footprints.
Evidence. Oh, cool. Wow.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
So this kind of reminds me, have you ever heard of the poem, the Footprints poem, Footprints in the Sand?
No.
So the poem goes like this. It says, "One night I had a dream and I was walking across the beach with my Lord. Across the dark sky flashed scenes from my life. For a scene I noticed 2 sets of footprints in the sand. One belonged to me and the other to my Lord.
Oh, wow.
After the last scene flashed before me, I looked back at the footprints in the sand. And I noticed that many times along the path of my life, especially the times where it was the very lowest and the saddest times, there was only one set of footprints."
What?
And this really troubled me, so I asked the Lord about it. "Lord," I said, When I decided to follow you, you said you'd walk with me all the way.
Yeah.
But I noticed that during the saddest and the most troublesome times of my life, there was only one set of footprints. And I said, I don't understand why, when I needed you the most, you would leave me.
What did he say?
He whispered, my precious child, I love you and I will never leave you.
Oh, that's nice.
Never, ever, during the trials and testings, when you only saw one set of footprints, it was then that I carried you.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that really a
I like
cool
that.
poem? I love
Yeah.
this poem.
Mm-hmm.
And it reminds us that God is with us and he stays with us. And when we look back on our lives, we can see the evidence of God there too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, really, really fun, huh?
Yes.
So, do you know the Bible in the Old Testament, it talks about clean and unclean animals, and one of the reasons that animals are considered clean to eat
Because they need a bath?
because they need a bath, clean to eat or unclean to eat. So animals that the Israelites could eat for food or that they shouldn't eat for food. One of those reasons is the way that their feet were made.
I don't understand.
So let me show you.
Okay.
Okay? So the Bible says, the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron. He said to them, speak to the Israelites and tell them, many animals live on land. Here are the only ones that you can eat. You can eat any animal that has hoofs that are separated completely in two. But it must also chew the cud. So, if we go back to your deer
Yeah.
picture,
Yeah.
what do you think?
It looks like it's two separate parts.
It looks like it's two separate
Yeah.
parts. And so this would be considered a clean animal.
Oh, wow.
So this would be an okay animal to eat
Okay.
if you were in Israel and you weren't vegetarian. Okay. So that's kind of an important thing. And actually,
Because weren't the Israelites manatarians?
Manatarians.
Manatarians. You know, they only ate manna?
They did do that for a while, yeah.
Manatarians. Yes.
So God also gave the Israelites rules for things that were clean and unclean for fish and for birds. But I don't think fish,
I don't think they have hooves.
they don't have hoofs. So those rules were kind of different.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So we're just going to talk about this one. You can look up those other ones later at some point if you want.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
So the next thing we need to do is we need to study and identify 12 different types of wild animal footprints.
I got deer. That's fun.
That's one. So I have this really fun matching game that matches animal footprints and the animals. And it's going to be in Google Classroom, okay?
All right.
So what you can do is you can try playing that matching game and learning different animal footprints. These ones are for animals that are in the Northeast where we live. Okay,
Oh,
so
cool.
there's deer,
So there's deer.
and bear,
Bear.
raccoon,
Ooh, raccoon.
those kind of animals.
Yeah.
So we can kind of learn those different footprints. So if you're outside looking for footprints, or if you happen to find a footprint, you will know what you're seeing, and you won't get
wow. So I won't
zebra
think it's zebras.
and deer mixed up. Yeah,
Oh,
you got it.
good.
Okay? So
Yeah.
that, I think, will be kind of fun. You can do that with your mom or your dad or somebody in your family.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
And I bet Louie wants to do it too. Louie, you want to learn about footprints? He said yes.
Oh, good. Okay. So the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to use modeling clay to make footprints.
Ooh.
So you can do this a couple of ways. If you have some small little plastic animals, you can use those animals to make footprints in the modeling clay,
Okay.
or you can use the modeling clay to make what looks like a footprint, so you can model the footprint out of the clay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Doesn't that sound kind of fun?
That does sound like fun.
So
I
again,
love it when I get to play with modeling clay or Play-Doh or that kind of stuff.
yeah, remember, make sure
What?
that you're using your Play-Doh in a place that your mom or dad are okay with, okay? No Play-Doh on the carpet.
Okay.
Okay.
Mom doesn't like it when she has to clean that up out of the carpet.
True story.
Yeah.
So one of the things I think that you're going to notice when you're making all those animal footprints in the Play-Doh is that different animals have different footprints.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, why do you think that is? Why do you think different animals have different footprints?
Is he joking? Because they have different feet.
But why do they have different feet?
Oh, well. I feel like this might be a trick question. Well, you and I have different feet.
Why do they have different types of feet?
I get it. Okay. Well, because, an elephant would look really silly wearing duck's feet, and a duck would look even sillier having elephant feet. Can you imagine?
That would be pretty silly.
Boom, 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 quack.
So different animals, their feet are adapted for their different environments.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought maybe we could look at some different animal feet and see how they're different and why they're different. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Okay, so the first animal I want to look at is the polar bear.
I like polar bears.
Yeah, polar bears have paws that look a lot like snowshoes.
What?
Yeah. So you know how when you're out on your snowshoes, you kind of have big, wide snowshoes. They're bigger than your foot.
Yes.
Yeah,
But they don't look like a bear claw.
well, they don't exactly look like a bear claw, but a bear has a big, wide foot like a snowshoe.
Oh, yeah.
And you know how it has those little grips to hold your foot on the snow so you don't slip?
Yes, I appreciate those a lot. Though I do slip sometimes anyways.
Well, polar bears also have grips on the bottom of their feet.
Where?
Well, do you see all that fur down there?
Yes.
That fur is there so that they aren't sliding around on the paws of their feet, on the pads, when they're climbing around in the snow and the ice.
Oh,
So-
that's nifty.
Yeah, so not only is that fur there to keep them warm, it helps them have traction when they're walking around or running around on the ice.
Ooh, that's cool. What else?
Well, do you see those long claws?
Yes, those look scary.
Those claws are there to help a polar bear climb up onto ice and to dig snow caves and to be able to maneuver when they're in the Arctic.
Whoa. Cool.
They also are there to help protect the polar bear.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
And then,
Yeah.
you know, when you look at the individual pads of the polar bear, those front parts are actually partially webbed together. Like
Why? What? Wait. So a polar bear kind of has duck feet?
a polar bear kind of has duck feet, like a web,
Whoa.
and that's to help them swim better.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool, huh?
Yeah, that is cool.
And if you look at its foot, that foot is made special for the environment that it's in.
That's cool.
All right, ready for the next one?
Yes, what's next?
So the next one I wanted to talk about was an elephant foot.
Oh, cool.
You know when your mom gets dressed up to go to church and she wears high heels?
Yeah.
Elephants have kind of high heels too.
What? Nuh-uh.
Yeah, so an elephant
They
is
don't look like high heels to me.
well, an elephant is a really big animal. And so the back of its foot actually has a lot of cartilage between the bone and the base of the foot so that when it steps, it absorbs a lot of the impact. It actually makes an elephant really quiet when it walks around.
Whoa. I feel like I should have some of those so I don't stomp around the house so much and make my mom angry. Yeah.
So the front of its foot.
Do you think high heels would work for that?
No, I
No?
don't think
You don't think
so.
that'll make me walk quieter?
I think it might make you clunk, 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 clunk a little more. But an elephant, the front of its foot the bone is really close to the ground, so it really walks on its tiptoes.
That's weird.
And so the front part, being really close to the ground, that can help it sense vibrations in the ground, maybe things like a storm coming or other animals approaching.
What?
Yeah, it's really
Whoa.
cool.
I wish my feet could sense storms.
Maybe. All right, should we look at another animal?
Yes.
All right, so how about a cheetah? A cheetah has cleats for feet.
Oh, I like cheetahs. They run very fast.
They do. So many animals like dogs and wolves, they have claws that don't retract. They don't come back up into the paw. They're always out.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why my dog goes click, 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 click all across the floor.
Yeah, it is why your dog does that.
Yeah.
So most cats actually are able to retract their claws, but cheetahs can't.
Whoa.
And the reason that cheetahs have non-retractable claws is because they need to be able to have those claws grip into the ground so that they can run really fast.
Oh, really?
Right. And at really fast speeds, because cheetahs can run like 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's fast.
And so at those speeds, they need as much grip and stability as they can possibly get.
Whoa. And they use their claws for that?
They do.
Wow. My cleats have bright green laces.
Yeah.
I don't see the laces on theirs.
Nope, theirs are attached right in.
Whoa.
So those spikes, those claws,
Yeah.
they are also there to help protect the animal, right?
Yeah.
So they kind of serve a dual purpose, just like cleats. If you whack somebody with your cleats, it hurts
They
a little
yelp
bit.
really loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing with cheetah claws.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. How about this animal? This is a sea lion.
I don't see feet.
Well, sea lions and many other aquatic animals, they have legs that are adapted for life in the water. And so instead of having feet like we do, they have feet that are shaped like paddles.
Whoa.
And those paddles help them swim better and move in the water more efficiently.
Wow, that's cool.
So we kind of mimic this, right? When we go kayaking or canoeing, we use a paddle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just like a sea lion does.
To help us move in the water.
To help us move in the water.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
So sea lions, walruses, and seals are called pinnipeds. And those kinds of animals have these paddle feet, but they can also walk on land using their 4 flippers.
Whoa. I like watching them walk on their flippers. They're like, boo, 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 boo. Arr, 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 arr. Yeah, just like that.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you can imagine that if they had a different type of foot, it would be really hard to get around.
That's probably true.
All right. How about another one?
That looks like a hoof.
It is a hoof. So horses and mules and donkeys, they all have solid hoofs, one solid piece. And we looked at that deer hoof. Remember that had 2 different pieces?
Yeah.
Well, donkeys and mules and horses, their hoof is one solid piece. And it's built that way so that they can have a lot of speed when they're crossing wide open spaces.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What about the deer?
So deer, they have a split hoof, and that helps them to walk and keep their balance on uneven ground like rocky hillsides.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah. So it depends on what you need. That's what those animals have.
Wow. It's like God thought of everything.
He did think of everything.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for another one?
Yes.
All right, so how about birds? So not every bird needs large, taloned feet like an eagle would have.
True. Ducks would look pretty silly and have a hard time swimming through the water with those.
Right, so water birds like ducks and geese, they have webbed feet that help them swim.
Cool.
And hummingbirds, birds, they have really, really small feet that aren't very powerful at all because they don't spend very much time sitting down and perching.
That makes sense.
But an eagle has really, really strong and powerful feet because it uses it to hunt.
Right. Like to catch fish out of the water. Yep.
Yeah. So when you're looking for animal tracks, noticing the differences in the tracks is going to tell you something about the animal.
Wow, that's cool.
Isn't that really fun?
Yeah.
So one of the things that we want to do is we want to see if we can find some animal tracks around where you live.
Oh, cool. I can't wait.
Yeah, so you can go outside and see if you can find some tracks, or we can play an animal matching game. So there's a game in Google Classroom that's going to have animal tracks and you can match them back and forth.
Oh, cool. Hey, I was just thinking, my cat Smokey, he likes to leave kitty cat tracks on my mom's car. Does that count?
Sure does, yeah.
Woohoo! One track down.
One track down.
Yeah.
All right, so what you need to do is you just need to take some pictures of Smokey's tracks and then 2 other tracks.
Oh, cool. I can do that.
Okay?
All right.
And that will meet that requirement.
Mom, I need a camera in your car.
All right. So those are the things that we need to do and the things that we needed to learn for the Animal Tracks Award. Isn't that really fun?
Yes.
All right. Let's go see if we can find some tracks outside and learn about some more tracks with our tracking game.
All right. I can't wait.
All right. Let's say goodbye.